Okay, so this is a really big monitor, and what's your name, man? Who are we here with?
Trevor.
Trevor, what's up, man?
Not much.
You're here at LAN Fest, having a good time? What?
Yeah.
So, tell us about this badass monitor you got here, man. This thing's something.
Well, they're pretty rare. About 200 to 300 ever made in total.
What's it called? What's the name of it?
It's a CRVD is the model number. It's made by Ostendo. Funny story, actually. They Alienware originally designed it, and then they made like 1 or 2 prototypes. Then they sold the rights to it to NEC. NEC made a couple. Then they sold their rights to Ostendo, who then built like a couple hundred of them. Anyway, so yeah, they're very uncommon, and yeah.
So what? How'd you come by it, and what inspired you to pick it up?
Well, basically, I was running an Eyefinity setup for a long time, and since I play a lot of older games, if you're running Eyefinity older games, you know it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to work with they're like, you'll get 3 of the same pictures on all 3 screens, and so I was actually looking at an ultra-wide Dell that had come onto Newegg. It was brand new. Along with a similar LG model. And a couple months beforehand, I was Googling around for, just images of games and whatnot, CES stuff. And I saw a picture of one of these, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool, And I was like, so I called my bro who's like into the tech industry really big, and I'm like, hey dude, we need to find one of these, because these are awesome. And he's like, oh yeah, those are gone, good luck. And I'm like, well, shoot. And so basically, I just got a wild urge. Well, I was literally about to buy the Dell ultra-wide monitor, and I just got this urge to search for this monitor just randomly. I was like, what was that one thing I was looking at a couple months ago? So I get on Search Tempest, and I find a result on Craigslist, right? And then I click it because I'm like, oh my god, they have one, And so, but the link had expired, and I'm like, oh no, they sold it, no way, this can't happen. And so I looked up the listing number and reverse looked up the phone number, and so I called the guy that had it, and it turns out it was a shop in San Jose, and they only wanted $400 for it, and they still had it. The listing expired. So I was just like, okay, I'll be down there in 4 hours to pick it up, right? So call my friends and get a ride down there. We pick it up.
So you got this sweet jewel for $400?
Not this particular one. The one I have at home.
A second one?
Yeah, I have 2.
Jesus Christ.
This one I found on eBay a couple months later. It was insanely more expensive than the first, but it's in, I'd say, a little bit better condition.
You're saying, like, if you're off axis, you'll notice the image blending, like, here. But then once you come, like, you can see it there. But once we come around here, it really disappears.
Yep.
And it's very subtle at that point.
Yeah.
So what's the total res on this guy?
It's not particularly good. I mean, for the time it was, it's only 2880 by 900. But I mean, it's DLP, so it's not really, the res isn't the highlight, it's the response time. I mean, because like an average LCD monitor is going to have like, what, 5 millisecond response? Mm-hmm. DLP, you're looking at 0.2 millisecond response time.
Nice.
So
great for gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gentlemen.
Yep.
Do you ever have to change out the DLP chips or anything, or the lamps or anything?
Yes. The lamps wear out pretty slowly. They're LED lamps in this particular model, so they last a long time. But the DLP chips, you're looking at an average lifespan of about 3 years.
Make sure you do so.
And on the first one I bought, I actually had it for about a month,
Also,
and
please make sure there's no blankets
then you
on the
started to
power
get
cables.
like little white and black dots all over one of the monitors. There's 4 internal monitors inside, inside the enclosure, and basically it started to get dead pixels, and when they start to go bad, they go bad real quick. So I started, noticing like 1 pixel, and then within a few hours, it was like 100.
Oh wow!
Oh, this isn't good. So I did some research and I figured out that you can replace them. So I took it apart and set it up in my shop and basically dismantled it and took out the chip and read off the model number, and so found a replacement part, bought it, stuck it in, and lo and behold, it worked.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty tedious because I mean those little wires in there for the videos, they're tiny, and there's like a bajillion of them. So you gotta
how do you connect this to your computer, and what's driving it in terms of GPU?
I have two 7970s in Crossfire, gigahertz edition MSI, overclock ones, and you can either link it up through HDMI or dual link DVI. I'm running HDMI because I don't have any dual link DVI cables, but you know, it's pretty much the same. So yeah.
How long do you think you'll keep it? Well, how long do you hope it'll last?
You know, every time I turn it on, it's like, well, I hope it doesn't die this time. I mean, the internals are good.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing you have to worry about dying is the chips. And it's not even that big a deal for someone that's tech savvy. Like, if you've changed the CPU out in a motherboard, it's really not that much more complicated. Same kind of deal.
Cool.
And so, you know, you hope to get about 3 years out of each chip, maybe a little longer. But yeah,
cool, man.
They will eventually die, but the replacements are easy to come by. So
awesome. Well, thanks for showing it to us.
absolutely.
Cool.